Welcome to Guitars and Bacon, back again doing another reaction video here for you guys, when today we're going to be taking a listen at Eminem's Book of Rhymes. So before we get started, if you want to talk about music, gear, recording, want to hang out and see me play video games live, head on over to my live stream. I stream on Twitch every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. EST. Links in the description below. So the first time I ever heard of Eminem was way back in my elementary days, and that was with the real Slim Shady. And after that, I've heard Stand, and pretty much got hooked. At that point, I wasn't even a musician as of yet. I didn't know how to play guitar when I first heard of him, but there was something about his music that really caught me on. Fast forward a couple of years later, Cleaning Out My Closet comes out. I was so hooked that I ended up buying the Eminem Show album. And that was something that was very eye-opening for me. So I've listened to that album several times from start to finish. I've got a couple of songs that I really like from that album, such as Sing for the Moment and Haley's song. I wasn't playing guitar at this point yet, but I was very much into writing poems and reading them. So the lyrics that he actually comes up with for the tunes were amazing. Especially Sing for the Moment's third verse. For some reason, the words and how he delivers them on that particular song actually touches a nerve, man. It's like, and maybe they'll admit it when we're gone. Let our spirits live on through our lyrics that you hear in our song. Dude, that was just pure genius. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I am excited to listen to this. I haven't heard this song yet, Book of Rhymes. I'm curious to see how this turns out. Let's take a listen.
I don't smile, I don't frown, get too up or get too down. I was here, so were you, you came and went, I stuck around. Still here now, stop me how your opinion's like a broken calculator. That shit doesn't count, shut your motherfucking mouth. I'm emptying my book of rhymes. Get them all off my pad, every thought that I had. I said I'm emptying my book of rhymes. Get them all off my pad, every thought that I had. Haven't used all the tricks I have, so like my balls, I'm in my bag. Get a little testy when I'm mad. Sick of wrestling this iPad, unsuccessfully I might add. And I know it's best to leave it live, but even I get obsessed with reading everything and let it get the best of me till I snap. Yeah. But I need to get off the internet. I need to get on the mic. You need to get off the internet. You need to get you alive. Why you?
Okay, that's sounding pretty interesting. The music that's accompanying him isn't really like overproduced. It's I'm hearing like a little organ that's just keeping a small melody, and then there's a simple beat to it. It's not saturated with too many instruments from what I can hear. Eminem has experience working on the studio, and he has his own studio as far as I remember. So I'm assuming all of this is pretty much strategically placed. So far so good. He's kind of like staying with a pretty simple beat so far. It's not fast. It's not extremely fast as opposed to what you may have heard through Godzilla or Rap God. But hey, you don't need to make like all Spitfire tunes all the time. So
Waste time just to come in on shit, especially shit you don't like. Don't like it, don't listen, but don't tell me about your favorite rapper ripping some shit he didn't write. What happened to Slim? He was no cap at the pen. He used to rap like the people his music was for. He was exactly like them, like the dude who used to be poor.
So I'm listening to the lyric. It seems like he's voicing out what other people may view him as, like what happened to Slim. Yeah, let's take a further listen.
Any tap into him, can't use that excuse anymore. He's mad at the wind, he's in a nuclear war. With a cloud, he's yelling at it again. I talk to you.
Now, as you can clearly hear, his choice of words is just, it's fascinating for me. I'm a metal musician. Obviously, the type of lyrics that I tend to write is very different from how Eminem would usually write. Now, but it doesn't change the fact that how he chooses the words to illustrate his point is just awe-inspiring, man. That's all I can say to it.
Simple thoughts, this beat is crazy, this shit's retarded, this instrumental. Too many bars, incidental charges. When did it start? I've been cold-hearted in this heart since kindergarten. Mental sharpness, which makes limo walk, and then it's soft. This bitch I invented flossing. Yeah.
Now he seems to be telling a fair Now he seems to be telling a story now, as you can see, and how he does it, like how the verse flows that well. Because generally, if you're using rhymes, it's very hard to actually tell a flowing story, because you got to make sure that the words at the end of your lines actually match the second one or the third one, depending on what your rhyming scheme is. But dude, it's like he does this so effortlessly, and clearly his years of actually writing songs repeatedly, like scribbling rhymes, and he's a wordsmith in a sense. So amazing stuff.
I used to wonder where my next meal's gonna come from. Now I just wonder where my next meal's gonna come from. I cannot have no success unless when I finally make it. I get to remind all the haters who shitted on me when I'm on my way. My floor is your food ceilings. If I was you, I would step or find yourself twisted. That tire wind up like spiral stairs. I will swear on the
Now I'm hearing some effects being used on his voice now, possibly an octaver dropping his voice a certain pitch while layered on top of his own original voice, and it's producing a very nice effect. I can also hear certain parts, like where he's playing with dynamics on his voice. He has, I believe he has actually admitted to on one of his tunes as well that I can't sing so far, but it doesn't mean he can't play with dynamics that well with his rapping skills, man. And it's clearly evident here. On the verse, he kind of like raps a little bit low key, and then he adds more intensity to it as he's trying to make a point. And now he's even using effects like an octaver to add to that. This is great, man. This is like a master class of how to play with your vocals.
Like a Bibles, I will tear new behinds out of rivals, even your idols. I don't care, it's music to be murdered by soul. But if air can swallow a fucking gyro, a bobblehead, and die slow like all time. Lone sniper, I hold a microphone like a loaded rifle. My dome's brighter, all I spit from my skull's fire. All that's missing's a motorcycle with the chrome wires, smoke tires, and y'all are flow biters, so I don't gotta explain why they call me your ghost rider.
Yeah, I'm going back to the music. It's very, very simple. It's just a bass line. It sounds like a sampled organ or piano, just doing a couple of chords from what I can hear, and then the beat underneath that, just keeping everything in tempo. Nothing, like no fancy drum rolls or anything. No huge drum kits to back everything up. It's keeping it simple and letting Eminem actually just to show how awesome he can write and how awesome his rapping skills are. Pretty cool.
Haven't used all the tricks I have, so like my balls that's in my bag, I tend to get a little testy when I'm mad, but gift to gab and pin to patch or temper tantrums into anthems, lips to ass and kiss the crack, spit your damn.
Now that piano part while he's rapping is just it's amazing. Like he isn't missing a beat, and underneath that the piano, like almost doing a little bit of a somber tune, was a great touch.
This is still gonna hit the canvas, ripping rappers, veterans to whippersnappers, Mr. Master.
Sounds like a minor key playing around.
The planet, biblical shit's finna hit the fan. Anybody wanna go tit for tat's gonna get hit with that. Then the amygdala hippocampus is gonna trigger the ignoramus to think of the most ridiculous shit to spit, then pit it against these pitiful rappers. Insidious, these idiots, witty as shit against me, shitty as MC Hammers. Get your whole squad, send a task force in. If you want it, you about to get what you asked for then. Put your helmet on, strap your chin. You about to get you a crash course in. Who not to start a motherfucking rap war with or to go against. Fuck what you wanna do that for, no offense. But are you retards, slow or dense? A fucking penny has more sense. Yeah.
He's getting a lot more intense with that particular part. Pretty awesome, man. I can't help but smile while I'm listening to him again. It's it feels good to know that he's kept all that writing skill and his rapping ability up to par as before, if not even better. So awesome, dude.
Now you gotta get killed, but it's not a big deal. But every thought is so ill and so methodical. Thought I swallowed a pill. I'm starting to feel like I'm an automobile with barnacle bill inside the car at the wheel inside a carnival. Cause I'm plowing into every one of those.
Dude, how many words can you write with ill and put it all in just one song, dude? That's just insane.
The articles, and that explains why the fuck you clowns are all in my grill. Joy and pain, fortune, fame, torture, shame, choice I made, swore someday, the world to pay, less to lose, more to gain, daughters raised, yesterday, glory days, adored and praised, ignored the hate, addressed the fake, toured with Dre, tore a page from Jordan came, destroyed the
Ignore the hate. Address to fake. Sweet lines, dude.
game. Before you came, enjoy your stay. Before it's gone away, but the more you claim that you're gonna point and name, if you join the gang, your shit isn't going to bang. You're just boring, lame, and more of the same. You have an enormous chain, but a stormless brain. The most you can form is rain. Your shit is pointless, same as a scoreless game. So bitch, quit lying. You're denying like Mr. Porter's name. Borderline bipolar disorder since my stroller. Eyes rolling back at my skull like Eli Porter. Fire motor, rounds, I told every eye order. I load up, I order. My motor, mouth. This is my note to self. Sometimes you're gonna bomb, so you just might have to blow yourself up with no one's help. I just wrote it down in my book of rhymes. Primo, take us out.
Oh man, I love it. I love how the piano is working well with that turntable, with that scratch. It's sounding pretty unique. It's kind of like a nice classical piece underneath, and then getting a little bit of a modern twist to it. Sweet. So that's that for that song, man. That was incredible. It was nice to listen to Eminem's tunes again. This was definitely a welcome change from my usual rock and roll metal playlist. So this is what I like about doing reaction videos, the fact that I can actually check out other songs and add that into my own influence, man. That's always cool. I mean, sometimes I write songs influenced by non-metal stuff, pretty much, either books, movies. Sometimes I write stuff because I hear a very cool tune and it doesn't have to be coming from another metal song. What did you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like the video, hit like, click that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification icon to be one of the first people to see new content when it's out. And one more reminder, if you want to talk about music, gear, recording, want to see me play video games, head on over to my live stream. I stream on Twitch every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. EST. That's 5 p.m. Philippine time. Links down in the description below. And again, thank you very much for tuning in to Guitars and Bacon. See ya. And that was the key that I was looking for. There we go. Dissection room key. Because I was missing it. Oh, fucking hell. Shit.